I'm so excited because this is the very first personal podcast that I will be hosting. My name is Sibusisiwe Varaizo Mukwakwami Madzire. Ndinozviti masiziva when I'm in my home. I like to be thanked using my totem. I don't know how to say it in English. Ndinoeradziva. My totem is water. The picture that we have is like a hippopotamus. I'm a Christian, I'm a mom, I'm an entrepreneur. I studied development studies for my first degree, master's in social exclusion for my second degree. I am looking for a PhD. If you want to give me a position, I would be happy. I'm just a happy human, very authentic. I have lots of weaknesses. I'm working on them. I'm trying to grow. At this moment, I'm excited about motherhood. And I had a signature mom. My mom was amazing. And I want to be able to relive her birth lessons, remember what it is that she wished for, that she hoped for me. But I also want to reconnect with my lifelong friends and talk about our experiences with our mothers, our lessons from our mothers, whether they are late or whether they are still living, so that we can fully embrace those lessons. I want to learn from my mentors. I want to learn from my male mentors, the people I look up to, and what it is that they've really gotten from their mothers. I also really want this opportunity for young mothers to also reflect on their motherhood experiences. I'm really excited for this. So, welcome to our very first podcast. And I am
Yay.
excited for the guest that I get to host for the first podcast because it's someone I really hold dear to my heart. She likes to call her name Dr. Elizabeth Stems Royko. I will let her introduce herself a lot, but I want to say that she's someone who loves children. She's not yet a mother herself, but she has taken care of so many lovely kids. She has a heart for children. She was one of the first people to meet my baby. She actually was with me right in the final moments of my pregnancy, was with me in my grieving moments. And yeah, we want to share a lot, even like how we met and everything. But we are just excited to be here. Welcome to Mama Podcast MB. And please introduce
Thank
yourself. Just feel free
you.
to tell us everything.
Hi guys, my name is Dr. Elizabeth Thames, aka Tembi, aka Lizzie. You can call me whatever you want. I love kids a lot. I love kids. I feel like I already have kids. So
You
yeah,
do,
I'm
you
so happy
do.
to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
Wow. Um, Tembi is one of the most empathetic people I've met. She really feels for other people. Tembi, I remember you when I was pregnant. The day before I gave birth, we went out, we took a walk, and you were the one to say, Cece, let's walk, let's take a walk. I remember I was wearing blue shorts and that time we were knitting. She was like, let's knit stuff for the baby. We knitted the hats, we knitted cool stuff. I think that night also we were decorating the house with welcome baby posts. We had no idea the baby was gonna arrive the next day, but we did a lot of cool stuff. I don't know. Tembi is just one of the best humans I've met. Someone who's just so kind, so kind. And I'm very happy that we get to do this for the first podcast together. So, Tembi, all right, so let's get into the group of things. I want to know, do you actually remember our first conversation? Like the very first time we met?
Yeah, I do. I do remember. When I came to the house, you were sleeping actually. So Mama had to
Wait
wake
a
you up.
moment. I'm not always sleeping, guys. I'm a hard worker. I'm an ambitious woman. I actually am underslept. Somehow Tembi caught me sleeping. All right, okay. I'll take that.
Yeah. So you were sleeping, so Mama had to wake you up and say, wake up, Tembi's here. And we talked a little bit. He showed me my room. Yeah,
Wow, wow,
that's
wow, wow. All right, so maybe
that's
a bit
all
of
I
that's
remember.
yeah, that is awesome. So to give that context, when I talk to Tembi now, Tembi is my little sister. I grew up as a last born child, very spoiled. I have a lot of weaknesses that just come from being a last child. But I embrace that and I give myself so much grace and I'm growing, guys. It's okay. I will get there. I'm growing. Um, but Tembi is my adopted little sister. I hope that as we post this video, we'll post a few of our pictures together. You will see that she is my little sister. So that's the very first time we met. And yeah, mom was like, here's your little sister. And to give context, Tembi, I think I was trying to think recording this, and so people can know why we're wearing pink. I think the first statement that is possible, it's probably not that, but to talk about it and to make it make sense. I think the first thing that our mothers said when they met was probably that we have cancer. We both have cancer. And that's why we are wearing
Yeah.
pink today because our moms met when they had cancer in their journey of healing, in the journey of dealing with trauma, in their journey of, having that shock of your life that you have a disease that might end your life soon. You have children, you have dreams for those children, you hope to see your children, growing up, living their dreams, being the best versions of themselves. But you know that your own dream to see that may be cut off. Yeah, Timby, what do you think? Yeah.
You said it all. I have nothing to add.
I know, girl. I
You said
know, girl. Yeah.
it all.
So,
I remember Mom was telling me it was a tea. They
yes,
usually had tea every Wednesday of the month. Yeah,
yes,
that's where they met.
yes.
So yeah, they met where they had tea.
So for people who've just known that they have breast cancer survivors in Harare, we'll try to put the link also here. There's actually a beautiful support system for women who have cancer where you meet every week. A few months before my mom got really serious and passed away, the women from this tea also came home. I have a picture, I'll post it here as well. They came home, they had a lovely time together. So, if you're going through any disease, it does not have to be cancer only, any disease, and it's difficult for you. We want you to know that there are women who are out there to actually support you and have conversations and know that you can still celebrate life and enjoy life even when things feel very difficult. People who can help you how to still enjoy life with your family even when it feels like life may be short or unpredictable, when you feel confused. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's how we met. That's how we think our mothers met. And for us, this has really taught us that connections built in hard seasons can become the strongest professional and personal support systems. Timby, I want you to reflect a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your mom. Who was she before her illness?
Well, she was a very hardworking woman. She loved her kids. She would make sure that her kids are well fed, well dressed, and they go to school and
Wow.
ever happy.
Wow. Tembi, I don't doubt that a second because if I have met, if I have ever met a hardworking person, it's you, girl. Girl, you're hardworking. You are hardworking. And not only are you hardworking, you are ambitious. Tembi, how old are you now?
I'm 24 now.
You're 24. I know that right now you are a caregiver. And Tembi, you've lived
Yes.
in Zimbabwe, in Kenya, right? Kenya, South
Yes.
Africa. Girl, you are on the move. No joke. Like, I have seen you transcend whatever limitations or boundaries that people may place, at a time when it might be even difficult for you to transcend the horizon. We can expect that when our parents pass away, it may even be the time that we are more limited in terms of growth. But that hasn't been the
Yes.
case for you. You have just been
Mm.
going for your dreams unstoppable. Girl. So I don't doubt that your mom was a hard worker because I've always seen it in you. In fact, girl, you are like 6 years younger than me. But I remember when you came home, I love you. I've always loved you. I remember the first time that we stayed together. I literally had this little bit of jealous, like, she's so perfect. Like, she's my mother's perfect daughter, and I'm not. So it was just, it was, yeah. But
Sitting my
take that
face.
to like, even now, like when I'm in my house today before the meeting, I was sorting out laundry, and I was like, if Tembi was the one in this house, she would not have this much laundry. No, all right. So I learn a lot from you. You're a hard worker. You're ambitious. You go for your dreams. You're unstoppable. And I just love that about you. Thanks to our mothers. And I'll reflect that also to say my mom was a very soft human. I am not a soft person, or I try to be soft. Sometimes I am come off as soft, but I I also have a thick skin. I mean, adulting is ghetto, guys. Adulting is hard. You can't be walking through this adulthood ghetto soft. You have to have a thick skin. You will die. If you're too soft, you will die. We laugh out my misery. No, I'm a happy person. But if you're too soft, you will die. I think I do still have my mom's softness. But I think even throughout like growing, I think my mom's softness made me a little bit hard because sometimes I saw the negative things that come with being soft. Like her life wasn't always soft because she was soft. So sometimes I was like, no man, I can't be soft like my mom. But like when she passed away, then I was like, I want to be soft. And I remember one of my brothers, his name is Peter. And he was giving a speech at my mom's funeral, and he says, I don't think anyone can fill the gaps, the shoes that our mom left. Like, no one can be like her. And I agree, I can't be that soft. But she was so soft. She was gentle. She was just an amazing human. My dad literally says, she was an angel living on earth. And I think she was amazing. She was amazing. And I mean, I can't be that now, but I hope in the next 10 years, the next decade, that I can become a soft person. Timmy, don't laugh at me. Timmy's like 10 years, sis, don't even dream about it. You're not getting there anytime
10
soon.
years from now, my guy.
But yeah, I think for my mom, it was, yeah, she was very soft. She was also very hardworking. She was thorough. So it's so strange how some of my mom's greatest strengths are my weaknesses. My mom was perfect. Like she would, if she was working on something, she wanted it to come out perfect. I'm not like that. I'm more of a go-getter, opportunistic. So I run. I run with the dream. I want to get there. So I don't mind getting there without crossing all the T's and dotting all my sentences and everything. But I want to be like that also. I want to work on my weaknesses. The Actually, some of the few people who really remind me of my mom, my oldest brother, definitely my husband as well. They carry those attributes, and often it's kind of like a nudge, like be like your mom, man. Try to be perfect. Try to be soft. I'll try. It's on my strength. Slowly, I give myself so much grace. Yeah, so slowly. But yeah, beautiful that we got to talk a little bit about our moms, the people that they were before their illnesses. And it's important that we actually ask the question to say, who were they before their illnesses, Tembi? Because the reality is that illness does change people. It's hard
Yes, it
to
does.
get a terminal disease. It's hard to And I remember having a conversation with one of my siblings that when they mentioned that, mom changed. After she got sick, she changed. And at first, I think also being a mommy's baby, I kind of resisted that. No, no, But when I thought about it long term, true, illnesses change people. It's very difficult to have a terminal disease. You get into denial. You get a lot of different feelings. And I remember talking to my personal counselor, who happens to be a very close friend of mine and who was close to my mom as well. Her name is Talis. And in some of my mom's last months, I would say, I feel sad because my mom said this or that, and my counselor told me about the idea of something called transference, where people feel certain feelings and they tend to transfer those feelings on the people they love. So people can be feeling sad, dejected, rejected, or a lot of different feelings that come with just having a terminal disease, and they struggle to process those feelings, and they can kind of transfer them in certain ways in conversations to the people who are very dear to them, to the people that they love, to the people who are actually really supporting them. And it becomes very difficult because you're the person who's receiving some of these harder feelings. You'll be like, I didn't do anything, I'm trying my best to be there for this person, but they are resisting me, or they're saying negative things or stuff like that, but they're going through tough. It's hard to be unwell with a terminal disease. We need to give these people so much grace. So if that's you, you're supporting someone, you're a caregiver to someone who's in their dying moments, give them grace. Forget yourself for a moment. Give them a lot of grace. Tembi, any thoughts? Girl, you are the caregiver. Tell me.
No, that's true. If you have a relative or if you're a caregiver and you have a patient, please treat those people with so much love, so much care. Be compassionate, be considerate. I know they can be hard sometimes. They'll be sad that they are sick and they know they won't make it.
Yeah,
So they try to put the anger on you. They vent it out towards you.
yeah.
But you just have to be calm, patient, and keep smiling.
Totally. I think that's something that we definitely embody well, Tembi. We smile a lot. That's good. We do, we do, we do. All right. So, Tembi, do you remember anything from the first months of your mom's diagnosis? Like when your mom was told that she has cancer. Do you remember? Do you have any memories of that time? Was it difficult? Like what was she in denial? How did you process that?
No, as far as I remember it, she was not in denial.
Okay.
It was just like she has a flu and she'll go to the hospital,
Yeah.
get treated, and come back home.
Wow. She's
And for
really,
us, it was hard.
yeah.
It was really hard because she then had to go and get her breast removed.
Yes.
So she had to spend the night at the hospital. So for me and my young brother, it wasn't, because yeah, it was something new and we
Yeah.
were so scared. But yeah, the next morning she came back home.
Mm,
And I remember my young brother, he was crying. Oh, Mama, you have lost your breast. Are they going to give you another one?
mm,
Yeah. And when they gave her that one, I can't remember what you call it, the plastic one that you
mm,
put in your
mm.
bra.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, we used to play with it a lot. You know, it's soft,
Debbie.
so you be so
What
you used
if
to play
what
with
if you
it a
lost
lot.
it,
And
girl?
yeah, no. No, the only thing we were afraid of was to break it
Ah, true.
because it's like jelly like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, true,
So you'd be
true.
like, this is so soft. This is so soft.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, can be.
that's what
Um,
I remember.
yeah, it's quite interesting that kids around people who are going through difficult moments in life can be the ones who make it a bit easier. They can bring laughter where it's not that funny, playing with that item. So it's really nice. Children are so innocent. I really like that. And for me, I had a different experience. My mom got diagnosed with cancer the time that I was going to university. I actually don't have my own real memory of it. It's my mom who reminded me that, when you're going to university, you saw messages on the phone where my mom was telling my siblings not to tell me so that I could live happily. Like I would go to the US without like sadness. So she didn't want me to know that she was
Yes.
going through these tests. They were checking whether she had breast cancer. To be fair, to be honest, and I kind of have like a bad memory on certain things just in general in life. I don't remember that. I actually don't remember how I ever knew my mom had cancer, but she told me that she didn't want me to see the messages, but somehow I saw the messages and I was sad. Somehow I don't remember that. I do remember the time that I came back the first time from the US, which was a year later, and my mom was darker. Like my mom was lighter in complexion. She was quite light actually growing up, but in her older age, she was more like my complexion today. Like, you can kind of tell to munagachuga, but kaneka kushiba karibu. All right, no jokes. Like I mean, maybe sunburn, right? But but she was a bit yeah, she was a little bit like me right now. But when I came home, she was quite dark, like really, really dark. And she had gone through radiotherapy. I know peace why, and she had gone through it. And that time she was going, so I would go with her to the visits. I remember that. I really do remember that. I don't remember all the emotions that I had at that time, but I do remember, being trying to be supportive with her. At that time, she was staying with my brother. He was just amazing, really, really, really there for my mom. It's awesome when you have sons who can
Yeah.
be there for their moms in those times. And Sembi, you have an amazing brother, and he just did us so proud. A moment for Bella. So excited for his future. And I'm just so proud of how you also really supported your younger brother to to achieve his own dreams and to fly. That is amazing, girl. So I have a question, Tembi. I'm just wondering, was there ever a time when you felt that, things are never gonna be the same? Your mom now has cancer. Did you ever feel that, or what was it like? Did you have more hope? Did you feel like, my mom will be well, she'll be fine? Or did you ever really realize that maybe she will die and maybe we'll live a life without her?
No, at first I had hope. Like, no, she's sick, she'll get better. I'll grow up, I'll go to school, I'll get married, she'll see my kids. But as time goes on, you could tell there's nothing, the hope is little. There was little hope left.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was little hope left.
I feel you. And I think sometimes what happens with cancer is it's different for everyone. It's different, right? But at least I know for my mom, there are times the time that I saw her, whenever I came back for like holidays, I came every year. She would actually be better, to be honest. Like you could tell that she's a little bit unwell, but she'd be better. So I really, yeah. So I don't, for myself, I don't remember ever knowing or ever thinking that, oh, maybe she'll die or something. But I do remember that the time when I finished my degree in the US, I was really praying to say, God, where should I be? Like, and I really prayed, like, God, take me to the place where I can be of most use for you. Um, and things just really led to me going back to Zimbabwe. And at that time, it didn't make a lot of sense to many people around me, to people who were close to me, and I understood them. But it made sense to me. I prayed about it. I had clarity to go home. And it's only when I went home and later that year, I went home in January. Around July, my mom got really sick that time. She went into hospital. Then I had that moment like, yeah, this is why I'm home. I'm here to be with my mom. And these may actually
Yeah.
be her last years. I spent 2 full years with my mom, and I would not exchange those years for anything. It may have felt a little bit like maybe a sacrifice, or that's how people have said it. I never felt that way. I just felt like I was there for my mom when she most needed me. I always had to deal with the questions, oh, why did you come back from America and all of that? I was just happy. I was just happy to be with my mom. Tembi, I know that we're going to kind of cruise through some of these questions.
Yes.
And actually, yeah, I do want to know, like, talking a little bit about loss when your mom passed away. Um, yeah, like how did you how did you find closure, or do you feel that you found closure? You know, I think grief takes time, takes years. When I put the posts for the launch for my podcast, I I grieved
Mm-hmm.
that night. I had for a for a while I had I thought like now it's like 5 years past. ah I'm I'm now I've grieved, but I grieved again recently. So I think grief takes time. And I was going to ask, like, how do you feel? Do you feel like you found closure? I think we still grieve throughout life. You grieve through the seasons that you're like, I wish my mom saw this. I wish my mom was here to see this. Like, how do you feel? How do you
Yes.
feel today?
No. Like, it's hard to tell if I have found closure or not, because most of the time you'll be like, oh, if she was here, she could be doing this.
Yes,
If she was here, she could be seeing this. If she was
exactly.
here, she could tell me to do something else
Yes,
differently.
yes.
But yeah,
Wow.
it's
Wow. That's so true. That is so true. It's a season that we
yeah,
live without our parents that we're like, we keep grieving them. So just maybe
yeah.
moving away from our moms who have been amazing mothers and just talking a little bit about ourselves. Timby, I'm just so grateful that when I was pregnant in my final months, maybe I'm not sure how many, but I think from November, right? Maybe from October.
It was from October to
To
December, I
December.
think.
Yeah. So for
Yes,
three
yes.
months, just before I gave birth in November, end of November, and the first month of being a mom, Tembi, you were like right there with me. I am forever grateful. I didn't have a mom present. When I came home to me and Tembi and my husband. When I came home, two young people who've never who've never, been moms, and I'm so grateful for the women present at that time, my makoti, brother's wife, my mom, my marate, she would come home, my tete, tetefe, she came also. People who came and people who were just there for me, virtually, Martina, Tafu, my cousins, super grateful for those people. My sister, my Ngoni, so grateful. But you were just right there with me, girl, and I am so grateful for that. And I kind of want to know, like, what stands out the most for you during that time when we were together? Do you remember
The
anything?
knitting,
The
the knitting part.
knitting.
The
Oh,
knitting.
we should have brought our knitting needles into this call and we would be knitting. Oh, I do have knitting needles actually. And I want to get yarn. I want to knit Momo something. So thank you. We'll try to do another podcast together and knit together. I love
And
knitting.
knit, yes.
I love the
Yeah, the
pictures that you
knitting.
took. You took the stuff that we needed, put them on the rocks, and you were taking great shots, girl. Huh? You are also a photographer, aren't you? Yeah. All right. Great. So
Yeah.
I also want to know, like, how has maybe all right. Let me see what I want to ask as we're about to close. Maybe what's one lesson from your mom that you would want to pass on to your child when you have a child, Tembi? Like, what do you want to pass on to your child?
Oh, wow. I think the hardworking part.
Yeah, girl, there's no way. Like, you don't even have to talk about it. It's just you're going to be hardworking in the house and then your daughter is going to be hardworking. Oh my goodness. My mom was
Yeah,
my mom was like that. She was like so hardworking. I'm like, oh man, okay. Yeah, yeah. So you want your child to be hardworking.
hardworking and never giving up.
Wow. I want to be present when, I don't know, hopefully when you give birth or something, I want to be there. So we'll plan for it.
You really
Yeah,
do.
yeah, I want to be there. And I remember, Tim, you were also at my wedding. You were actually the person who was receiving the guests at the wedding. You prepared the table for the guests. and you're receiving them. It was so lovely. You've always been present, even at my mom's funeral. You've always been present at the significant moments of my life, and I'm so grateful. And I pray that that doesn't end there in the past, that as we continue with life, that when we have big moments, that we are there for each other. I think what our mothers gave us was like the gift of sisterhood, that although they cannot be there for us, we can be there for each other. And I hope when you
But
need someone to talk to that you can trust to call me. I'm a busy person. I know that. I know that. I'm underslept. Tembi found me sleeping, but that's the last time she found me sleeping, guys. Ever since I have not slept. I'm hungry. I need to feed
ever
me.
since, no, you haven't. You have been
So
busy, you have
so
been chasing your dreams. Yeah.
oh yeah. So but I just want to say to be like for reals, I really want to be there for you, girl. I really want to be there for you. Like if there's anything I want to be, is to be there for you. So when you need someone to talk to, when you need links, opportunities, advice, guidance, I may not know everything, but I want to be there for you. It's a choice I'm making on my 32nd birthday. So make sure to make use of the blank check opportunity. Wow. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
will. I will.
Yeah. So, girl, I
I
know we've
will.
talked a lot. I want you to give us like your closing thoughts before I end the podcast. Like any thoughts, anything you want to talk about? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What do I want to say? I don't know. Like, I'm really happy to be your first, to be your first host, your co-host for this podcast. I'm so happy, and I hope that you'll be successful in whatever you're chasing right now.
Wow.
More,
Money,
more
lots of money.
hardworking, lots of money. Yes, of course, lots of money, lots of money. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Tembi. Thank you so much. I just want to tell the people who are listening that Tembi also acts in short movies. I
Sure.
think so. I don't remember the name, but she's acted in a
Oh,
funny one. I'm telling you,
oh,
she has many talents. This girl,
oh,
she
yes.
like wears so many hats.
Oh, yes.
But
Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah.
yeah, but a huge clap, final clap for this amazing, amazing podcast that we're just very authentic. We're sharing our stories about our moms. We would try for you to be kind of listening to us as we talk, as we gossip, as we talk as sisters. And I hope you enjoyed it. And as we wrap up, we just want to say that, our mothers taught us about resilience in ways that no classroom could ever teach us, and in the spaces where they could never and no longer guide us, we've kept those lessons, the hard work that Tembi talked about, the softness, dexterity, being, trying your best to do the best, like I talked about, all of that. And so we are talking to anyone who's navigating maybe a terminal disease today, or loss, or motherhood, or career challenges, or all of these three things. And I just hope that our conversation reminds you that your story